Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to try and tell you guys about my 2020 planner lineup for the new year. I attempted to film this video yesterday, but apparently I didn't even know what I was going to be using for my 2020 lineup in terms of planners. So I stopped filming that video yesterday and I kind of collected my thoughts, and now I'm back again to share with you guys what I'm actually thinking about. So you would have already seen two of these planners already. This is my Hobonichi Weeks. This is in that shell pink color, and I just have a really pretty leopard cover on it. You would have seen me set this up in a previous video. I put in all of my tabs, a few stickers like my yearly, etc, etc. So you would have seen me already set this up, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. You would have also seen this planner, which is my A6 rings, which is mainly my shop planner, so I won't talk again too much about this, but I'll share with you guys all of the other things that I'm using. So I'm going to quickly talk about my weeks first. This week's, I believe I'm planning on using it for sort of like an everyday carry. I'm going to be using these weeklies here that I have. And this is going to be like a mix of like everything, so personal and work stuff and shop related stuff. So I'm going to be using these weeklies. I think they're very, very versatile, and obviously I'm coming out with a bunch of new stickers for the Hobonichi Weeks, so I'm going to be testing those out in here as well. I have another Hobonichi Weeks that you might have seen if you watch my journal lineup that I posted not too long ago. I have another one that I'm just using for memory keeping, and this one is going to be used for like more functional things like to-do lists and stuff. I have an example here of one of my spreads. I really like using these date covers. I think they're really pretty. I love these bottom washies. And then as you can see, I do use like two sections, I guess, of this weekly section here for my to-do list, and then I usually put like a box or something else on each day. I really like this layout because it technically is divided into 3 sections here because there's like little dots in each day. So I really like this because it kind of mimics a vertical layout, but it's not, so I really like this, and it's quite small and compact. Personally, I'm just using a ballpoint pen. I do have a Uni Signo DX that I'm currently using in here, and obviously I also use my Uni Jetstream as well. I find those two pens really work well in here. I do write quite small though. As you can see here, I use 4-tick checklists, and my writing is quite small, so I can sometimes even fit 2 lines per check. And all of these checklists, by the way, come from the kits that I'm making. So I will show you one that I'm planning on using next week because it's almost Christmas. I think I'll use it maybe this week. I think I'll use this either on Christmas or on New Year's because I think it's so pretty. It's like a floral design with some snowflakes. So these checklists come in here, so I actually really like the sizing of this planner, so hopefully maybe I can keep this as my everyday carry in the new year. This is also a very slim portable size to put in your handbag as well. I do have a larger like leather cover for my other weeks, and that one has a ton of more pockets and stuff like that, but I really like this one, especially if I'm planning on using it on the go. So that is my first planner that I will be bringing into the new year, and I'll quickly talk about my Pelle as well. So this is an A6 rings. I'm mainly going to be using this as my shop planner. I already did a quick flip of it already on my channel, and a lot of it is like shop related, so I have like notes, like inventory lists. I have a few monthlies in here to plan out sales, and also my videos that are going up on this YouTube channel. I do have a tracker in here that I'm planning on using. I have some like reference stuff as well as some finance and reflection pages in here. A6 rings is actually a new size for me. Last year I was using like all personal size, I believe. I think I had like 4. So I've been using this Pelle I think since August or something like that. August or September. So this is definitely a new like full lineup. Hopefully I can continue using this throughout the whole year. I do really love this color and this cover from Pelle Studio, and it was also quite expensive as well, so I want to make sure I give this quite a lot of love in the new year. Oh, one thing I will mention is that I do have a weekly section in this planner, and I do also have a Muji weekly in here as well. But since I do have this weeks, there might be some overlap, so I am thinking about maybe taking out my weekly printables from here and moving it into my weeks, and instead I will continue using dailies in here. I'm planning on using these notes pages from SMPlans. I do have a coupon code for her down below in the description box in case you want it, but basically this planner is full of SMPlans inserts and I love them, so I definitely want to continue using them in the new year. So that is my Pelle Studio, which is mainly shop. So I'm going to be moving these to the side now. So this next planner that I have is a personal size. Of course, I still love this gray personal planner, and actually, as you can see, it is quite thin right now, and that is because I haven't fully set it up yet. I had this set up for Christmas, so there's kind of like a green theme going on here. I had a few Christmas inserts as well. I decorated it a lot like that. I put in like a bunch of different things in here. Super Christmassy and cute. I am still using this. I do have another Kikki K personal that's holding my weeklies. I used to do all of my weeklies and I went sticker crazy in the personal inserts that came with this planner actually from Kikki K. And I'm still currently doing that. Here, let me quickly grab it so I can show you how chunky and cute it is. So this personal planner is currently housing a lot of my inserts. Here is like my massive chunk of weeklies here. They're so cute, and hold on. This is so satisfying, watch. And these are all of my weeklies actually from April, I think. So I do have more that's currently sitting in another planner. But I wanted to set these two up for Christmas, so I do have some Christmas deco in here as well. So I have these two planners, but what I'm actually here to show you is another personal planner. The reason why I have another one is because I haven't finished archiving my inserts yet in both of these, so that is why I'm currently like setting up the inserts that I'm thinking about using in this personal Filofax. And this is a beautiful Filofax. It is the original, and it is in the duck egg blue. I really like personal planners. I really like the size of it. A6 is actually quite similar, but I don't know, I just really like the rectangular shape of this one more than the A6. I do like A6 for like journaling and stuff like that, but I still find myself wanting to stay in personal, so that's what this is for. This is going to be like my personal planner, as well as my reference and all of my trackers in here. So I have set up a few things in here. It's not super pretty, but I'm planning on using some of the like Filofax inserts that I've been hoarding for a long time because I don't want to keep them anymore. I'll quickly do a flip of this, but I have a lot of trackers here, and yeah, I guess I'll explain as I'm flipping through. So here in this first section, I just have a bunch of to-do lists and stuff like that. I want to get rid of these pages, so that's why they're all there. I do also have a yearly here from SMPlans. I really like these. I cut it a little weird. I don't think I printed it correctly, but I have this in front of all of my trackers. I'll be able to track everything really easily, and I don't need to write like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on every single insert. Some of these inserts are from Peanuts Planner Co. I'm planning on tracking a few habits on this pullout, and then important dates on the other because it is laid out like this. I really like how these two have like two boxes here, so you can put in the actual day in one and then when it happened in another, especially if it's a task. I think that would be very helpful. I'll also be able to put in events on the other side, the gridded side. This guy is old. I do have my day-specific 52-week tracker in here as well. I didn't use one for last year, but I had a second printable that I've had, and I've been really wanting to use it. So for this, I'm definitely going to finally be tracking all of my weekly tasks that I do weekly. And I also do have a daily tracker in here. Where is that? So I have a bunch of daily trackers in here that were miraculously already printed. I think these were oops or something, and I have enough for the whole year, so I'm going to be using all of these again from Peanuts Planner Co. SMPlans have really, really cute ones. I printed some out for my A6 because I didn't have any in that size, and they're so, so cute. And I really like hers because the lines are a little bit lighter, so I don't feel too overwhelmed. These ones are quite like boxed in and quite straight, so I feel like very obligated to use it, and it's not too fun, but I guess I can still decorate it because I have a lot of room here, as you can see. So in the front here I just have important dates, and then my habit tracker here. This habit tracker I will be using for personal stuff and for health. I'm going to be tracking like my cycle, if I get headaches, if I'm sick, all those things. I'm also going to track some of my foods and if I'm drinking enough water. I haven't been very good at keeping up with my tracker since I think this last quarter. I haven't been very good at keeping track of this, as well as my life in pixels, which is another insert that I have in here. I haven't been good at coloring in all of my little days for my life in pixels and like how I'm feeling, but I am going to catch up with all those things as soon as possible. The good thing about having a ton of planners is that I have information in all of them, so it's very easy for me to go back, look on the day, and see if I am feeling good or not, because I usually write when I'm feeling bad. So hopefully these inserts here and this life in pixels, I'll be able to carry them into the new year as well. I was really good at all of these things in the beginning of the year especially, but I think, yeah, the last quarter was a little bit more difficult for me. So this year in pixels, by the way, is from Justenia Printables. I already had this printed out last time I used a SMPlans one, and I really like that one as well, but I already had this one printed out, so I'm going to be using it for New Year's. I also have these health log inserts. Really, you can use any inserts here. Again, these ones are already just printed and like just sitting on my table. So I decided I'm going to be using it and just writing a bunch of things for my health. So if I'm not feeling good, I'll write the date, and if I had like a headache or something or a stomach ache. I really like using these health log inserts. Again, in the last quarter I wasn't very good at filling them out, but I actually managed to fill out some of my things, or the important things, last night. So pretty much I am like up to date, but I'm not as thorough as I would like to be. So this time I'm going to be a little bit more thorough, especially in the beginning of the year, I find. So I'll be able to write the date and if I'm not feeling good, and then I'll highlight the days of my cycle when I record those. I found that really worked for me in the beginning of the year, so I'm going to continue doing that. These are inserts from Peanuts Planner Go, by the way. I also decided to include my workout inserts in here. I'm definitely going to be stickering this. I think I showed a video using my fitness bundle, my sticker kit bundle in here, and I loved it so much. So I'm going to continue using that. I will probably also put in some line paper in here to write some extra notes as well. But usually I would have my own like separate fitness planner, but I decided to keep them all in here because these are all the things that I really need to check off at the end of the day. Also, if you guys notice, I am currently using the Filofax dividers in here. Maybe if I switch into my personals, I'll just use the dividers that are in my Kikki K, but this planner came with these dividers, so at the moment I'm just using this. Here I have another yearly from SMPlans. I really like this one. I think it's so cute. It's probably my favorite. And then I do also have a monthly. I already printed these out earlier, so I'm going to be using them in here. I'm going to be tracking some health stuff and like some important events on this monthly calendar because I think it's very important. I had one in my health planner last year and I did use it quite a bit, so I'm going to continue using it again in personal size. In this section I do have all of the Filofax Weeklies here for a full year. This came in undated in this planner actually, so I just have them in here. I was thinking about doing printables and stuff like that, so if I decide to print out those, then I will, but at the moment, just as a placeholder, I have these. This paper is actually quite nice. The only thing is, I'm not sure if I like this blue. The blue kind of pisses me off, so maybe I'll just like save it for like a time where I'm like in desperate need of inserts and can't afford like a printer. If my printer ever breaks and I have like no other choice, I will definitely use these. But right now they're just placeholders. I do have a section in here for dailies, as well as some line paper in here. Oh, I do also have an order tracker as well, so I'm guessing, what did I do in here? In this back section is all like reference, so I just have some line paper in here that I want to use. I'm probably just going to put some notes in here. I think when I first planned this out, I wanted this to be my finance section, so I just used some line paper and then some grid to draw charts and stuff like that, but I might move that into another one, which I'll talk about later. In the very back, I do have some important dates inserts, some monthly inserts, and some notes inserts. If I didn't have my A6 planner, this would then be my video and like shop section, but this is definitely not enough space for me. Especially this one, I don't think it's enough space, but again, I already have these inserts printed, so if I ever want to move some of the sections from my A6, I have this section available. Really, this is just miscellaneous items that I don't know where to put, but I want to use. So this flip was kind of like no fun, but this is sort of where I'm at the moment when it comes to planning out my 2020 lineup. I do have like my fun pretty planners, which are like right here, and then this one is kind of just like the bare bones and kind of necessities. So yeah, so far my weeks is like my everyday carry. This one organizes my shop and my to-dos. This one right now is personal and trackers, and my very last one, I actually already set it up earlier this year, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue using it. I will talk about it in here though, because I think it is a good option for me. So I might have some overlap in between some of my planners. So earlier, a couple months ago, I set this planner up as my finance planner. Really, it is only this section here that I need. The rest I can turn into like a home binder and like reference binder for things for the house. So in here, I've already tabbed some of these off. I have a few inserts from SMPlans. I have her notes pages, which I love. These are some of my favorite inserts for some reason. I know they're just grid, but they're so useful. And then I also have her undated month on one page. I think she does also have, she does also have a dated version in her shop as well, and I think these are so useful. So my intention for this section of my planner was for finance. I'm really trying to step up my finance game in the new year. I'm already starting now actually. So I decided to set up this planner with a lot of space. Honestly, 12 months is a very, very long time, and I want to be able to have enough space for all the things that I want to write out. So that's why I set up this A5 planner. If there are some months that I don't really write too much in here and other months that I go crazy, I think that's okay. As long as I have enough space. It's better to have more space than no space, I guess. But if I'm using this planner as a finance, I literally have this whole space here to write out all of my finances. I might also have other sections for like bills and stuff like that I need to pay. And I might add that in the back right now. In the back here, right now, I do have a few weeklies in here that I already had printed. And then I do also have some of these dailies. These inserts are from Cloth and Paper, actually. I got them in Happy Mail from the lovely planner girl, Eunice from Unique's Plans. These are actually dated inserts, as you can see, and they are, I think, the second half of this year, so 2019. So I haven't actually finished using all of these, so I'm planning on just redating them and covering up the dates or whatever. I'll probably just cover up this guy at the top here, the day of the week, and continue using them because they're actually really nice and I like the quality of the paper as well. I also do have a few Cloth and Paper things in here that I think are so cute. Like this is from Cloth and Paper as well, and then this little card, which I think is so pretty. So that is all the planners that I'm going to be using. I have this one, which I'm planning on using as a finance and home. This one, everyday carry. This one is shop and YouTube stuff. And then I have this personal planner currently set up for 2020 with my health and trackers. I really hope that this selection of planners will really work with me. I am technically trying out 2 new sizes, which is the Hobonichi Weeks. This is going to be my very first year using it, as well as the A6 rings. If I had to choose one planner, I would definitely just put all my things in personal size, but I was so curious about these other ones that I really, really wanted to try it. And I think one of the best things about being in the planner community is that you can try so many different things, and there's so many different styles. There's so many people in the planner community where you can get great inspiration from. So that's why I definitely like trying new sizes, but I would still keep like one planner that's just like all the way through. For example, I do have this from this past year. I do have my personal planner here that I have still been using, even though you might not see it on my social media. I'm still using this. I'm still using personal inserts because I just really like the size. So yes, thank you guys for watching my 2020 lineup. I really hope that my lineup stays very similar to this in the new year. If I do get new covers, then I'll just switch my inserts, but I think these are all the sizes that I'm going to be trying out in the new year. I'm actually super curious as to what you guys are using, so don't forget to give this video a like and a comment, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!